My name is Jason Flint, and this is the first video of the 5 businesses that you can start for $500. This is the first informational video. It is not a training session. It is more informational than anything. But with that, I'm going to try to give you as much information as I can. So, with that said, it's not going to go over everything of how to specifically from step by step 1, 2, 3 to get you to sell Amazon or to be an Amazon FBA seller. And that's not what I'm here to do, but I'm going to give you this information because, again, I've done all of this already. I've gone through the process, and so I want you to understand where it stands. So I'm going to take this video or this little information here and move that. So first things first. Again, as I've talked about before, Amazon FBA is a way for you as a person who wants to start a business. You have a place on Amazon that you can sell your product. Now, with that being said, there's a lot of different things to it. I can't step into everything because this is not training. I can't tell you about intellectual property and things like that. But what I can tell you from the jump is if you decide to sell something with Mickey Mouse's name on it or Mickey Mouse's likeness or face, Disney is going to sue you and shut you down. And you'll lose all your money. There's no reason to try and sell something with intellectual property, even though we know Disney has stolen all kinds of stuff and made it their own, but that's not why we're here. Anyways, so what we're going to do is go ahead and talk about this. So to get into Amazon FBA, the best way is just to go to seller.amazon.com and you'll pull up this page. Now, you can go ahead and start the program. Now, it does cost, so understand it is not free. So my insight and my understanding to you is twofold, which is understand what you want to try and sell and then try to figure out the way to get it done. You're going to have to do a lot of work. This is not easy, and that's why other things excel, because they're so easy to do supposedly, but then you make no money doing it and you've spent all your money and you're wondering why you're going broke. It's because the person who creates it knows you're not going to do it. They know once you find out how hard the work is to get things done, you're not going to do it. So you gotta actually put in some real work. That comes from you. You have to get to a point where you have time, energy, and understanding to get things done. All right, but Amazon FBA is here. Now, the cost of it is $39 a month, plus there are selling fees. So I want you to understand that I'm not going to go into it because I'll be going into mine. What I'm going to do is just kind of show you that there's a $39 per month fee that you pay, okay? And there are seller fees. When you sell things, there's a shipping cost involved that they're going to push over to you and things like that. So if, for example, as we talk about this, if you have a product that's worth $20, you're selling it for $20, but you bought it for $2, and your shipping costs only cost you $2 to bring it from some manufacturer, then right now you've only got $4 in, but your potential profit margin is $16. You understand that? $20 is your total amount that you're charging. You bought and shipped, you received the product and everything. That's only cost you $4 overall. And so you'd have $16 in profit. But some of that profit will be eaten up by Amazon because they're going to ship your products overnight. They're going to do 2-day delivery. They're going to do your customer service, your returns. And so they're charging you for that in the selling fee. Not a fee that they're doing every time somebody sends something back. It's just they have to make their money, and that's why they make billions of dollars a year. Now, you have free shipping, storage removals, and returns. Now, let me explain this. It used to be that you could just ship all of your stuff to Amazon. They would put it on their shelves, and it kind of sat there. And then Amazon got smart because people were sitting their products there almost all of the year until the Christmas holidays, when all of a sudden everybody was buying anything worth anything on the internet. And so they knew that they could stack up for months, and then they would outsell everything at the end of the year. But the problem was Amazon was like, hold on, we're warehousing this stuff and and we're not charging people. So they started charging people. But I guess in this new program, they have where you can do the free shipping to Amazon fulfillment centers, free storage, free removals, and free return processing with the FBA new selection program. All right, so that's part of something that's new for them. Let Amazon pick, pack, and ship your orders. So when you get products that you're going to sell, you want those products to already have a UPC code. There is a method in doing that, which means, if you look at anything when you go into a Walmart or Target or anywhere, any grocery store in America, they're ringing up the codes on the back of the water, on the back of your drinks, whatever it is. They're ringing that UPC code. That code is specific to your product, and you get that code created, and then you just have to let your manufacturer know, hey, slap this UPC code on there. I'll send you all the stickers for the 1,000 units that I have. They'll slap a sticker on each one. They're gonna charge you 4 cents, 5 cents per whatever, and that's because, again, that's time intensive and everything has a money cost to it. But if it's already done, great. Otherwise, you can ship it to Amazon. Now, they can do it for you, but I've heard that the cost now is just going up exponentially. So you don't want to keep doing that and giving Amazon all your money. So to get started with FBA, you have to set up your FBA account, all right? And that's just going in, just like I was about to do, and sign up. Create your product listing, okay? You have a product already. Let's just say that you're going to sell a product which is like bamboo bowls or something. Well, you already have that product already manufactured, and so you're ready to set your listing up. This is stuff when you're ready to already list it, not in the discovery of what you're going to buy phase. This is when you already have everything. Then number 3 is you prepare your products. So you prepare your products for safe and secure transportation to the fulfillment center. Your manufacturer of your product can send your stuff directly to Amazon. You never even have to touch it. You never have to touch it, but you want to touch it because manufacturers sometimes will play games. They are in other countries, sometimes in America, but they're in other countries. And with that being said, sometimes they send things that might be a little off or a little weird, and that can cost you in your customer service and your returns. And if you get too many returns with Amazon FBA, they will delist you because you have a product that's faulty, and they know that, and they do not want to be known for giving people faulty products. And then number 4 is ship your products to Amazon. So once that's all done, everything is set and ready to go. So the benefits is your products are eligible for Amazon Prime and 2-day free shipping. That's the great thing about this. Instead of you having to have all of your products shipped directly from China, okay, directly to you, then you have to send out all of the people who buy your product. You have to send it out. That means you have to get into shipping. You have to get into packaging. You have to get into everything that goes with returns. You got to do all that stuff yourself if you're having it sent to your home, where you might not even have room, or you might have a garage where you have it all in your garage. Then you have to set up shipping. Nothing wrong with that, but if you're looking at trying to grow something, why do all that logistical stuff? That's just time consuming, and literally, unless you're doing it, all day, you'll be doing it all night. So every time you go to work 8 until 5, you get off at 5, you'll be working until 2 in the morning trying to get your shipments out the next day. And that's just too much work. Unless that's what you want to do or you have that time, great. So with all of this information, again, Amazon is the big behemoth. We know how much traffic Amazon gets. They're number 1 or number 2. Let me see. Let me see if it'll give me. I think I'm spelling it wrong. It used to be. It's on web. I think it's just wrong what I'm spelling, but somebody out there is going, damn, you're just 1 letter off. I know I am, but I'll probably find it later. Anyways, there's an area where you can go and see, I think it's web traffic, Alexa web traffic or something like that. And that's why I know I'm spelling it wrong. There we go, top sites. All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm showing you, again, here's the information where they're saying that the Google is number one, obviously. YouTube is number two. Google owns both of those. And then all of a sudden these other things come in, and Amazon is 12th place right now. But if you know, Amazon is totally killing the game. Everybody buys from Amazon. It doesn't matter where they are, who they are. Everybody buys from Amazon. So with that said, I've got my information in. I'm going to put this in the right place. And this is what it is. You've got your costs, you've got your fees. Again, long-term storage fees. They're talking about all this different stuff. So you can read all this stuff yourself. I'm not going to go through every piece because I hate when somebody reads every single thing on the page and it just seems like they don't know what they're talking about. They're just reading the page. So I'm going to move on to the next section, which is where do you find your products? Where do you find these products that you want to sell? And here it is. This is the website. It's called Alibaba.com. Now, Alibaba.com is a place where Chinese manufacturers list products that they will sell, okay? And they have it in here as wholesale prices. Now, some of them don't tell you the price. So you can look it up, but you're not going to find the price. So I'm just looking up what I said earlier, which I've never done this product, so I'm not telling you to do this, but I'm just showing you, all right? So this is where a Chinese manufacturer, all right, has put out that they will create or they do organic bamboo fiber tableware bowls, non-toxic, food grade, 100% biodegradable bamboo baby bowl, all right? Now their cost or what they're telling you it's going to cost you is 68 cents per bowl, all right? That's 68 cents per bowl. Now, again, I don't know if this is a good product, so do not sit here and go, this guy showed me this product and he wants me to buy it, because I'm telling you the competition is probably high. Maybe we'll look it up if I remember it. But these are bowls that you buy for 68 cents. Now just imagine if you have a set of these and they're organic and you've got some organic brand that you're creating, okay? And you go out and you get them to send you this. And then from there, again, it goes directly to Amazon, not to you. And then Amazon starts selling it for you. You have to create your listing and you have to create the pictures and all that stuff. And there's people out there who do that for you. You send them your product, they'll take the product pictures for you, make some beautiful pictures and everything, and then you send that stuff in to Amazon and get everything done the way that you want it. So again, what I was telling you earlier in my previous information was that they want you to purchase a certain amount of pieces. And with that being said, the lowest usually is 500 for a lot of stuff. Sometimes it can be lower, like this one down here says 10 pieces. But if you notice, the image on here, if you hadn't noticed already, it is Disney image. Now, they have it on their website, and you would think, oh, hell, I'll just buy a ton of that and sell it because you know it's going to sell because it's Disney. But you don't have the rights to resell Disney stuff. And that is where you'll get into trouble. I told you, Chinese manufacturers don't care. They don't give a damn about Disney and who owns it. They're going to make it. If you want to buy it, that's up to you. If you want to buy it and sell it out the trunk of your car, obviously you probably won't get in trouble. But at the same time, you could, if something goes wrong and you get pulled over and then all of a sudden trademark people get involved and all that stuff. With that said, the 500 pieces is what you'd have to purchase. Now you could work on saying I want less. You could, again, as I said before, you can say, look, as a company, this is a new venture for us. And you would call as the sales VP of the company and say that we're doing a nice little run. We're going to do 100 to 200 pieces for this first run. And we know that you want a minimum 500 piece order, but we just don't have that in the budget for a trial on this product yet. So our question to you is, can we go ahead and do a 100 or 200 order run on this first order? If this product becomes what we think it will, then we will go ahead and go up from there. And some of them are cool with that, some of them are not. Okay? As you can see on Alibaba's website, they give you a whole bunch of different things. You can have trade assurance, These are people who have, it's kind of like insurance on your stuff. You have verified suppliers. They have verified the suppliers. So everybody on this site selling things, some of them are resellers. So their cost is higher than if you went directly to the manufacturer. Just like anywhere, there are middlemen who come on here, post the same thing, but instead of maybe 68 cents, it could be like $1, and then this would be like $2 and something. You don't know it because you're sitting here and you're fixated on, oh, I'm going to purchase. But you don't know they're in between manufacturer. They're not the actual manufacturer. So you got to look at these listings. And again, as I suggested before, try 2 or 3 different people at a time that you're conversing with, that you're talking to, that you're saying, hey, let me get a sample of this product. And then get in those samples, look at those samples, use those samples. This is not something you're going to create and have done in a week, okay? Because it's just too fast. You have to let them manufacture the product. They could be behind on orders, and then you got to take into account with Chinese manufacturers, they have certain Chinese holidays, they do not work. The whole country shuts down. Okay, and that means if you're waiting for something during that time, you got to wait 2 weeks, and then on top of that, wait your order turn. So that's some of the stuff I wanted to give to you. But in here, you can have all kinds of things created and sent to you. And they're really, really nice things. I love these little bowls like this. I don't know if I want that spoon, but I love these little bowls like this. These little salad bowls like that are awesome. They're awesome. So with that said, you've got a lot of stuff you can do in here. You can go through this site. Anything believe me, anything conceivable inside of Alibaba, you can have. But one key area I want you to stay away from is the consumer electronics. It's always been said that we know that Chinese manufacturers will create this stuff for you. But the problem is that sometimes these products have lesser of, they have like a lesser, I don't know, they just break down after like a month of working. And if you have all these electronics that you've gotten, it could cause you some major, major issues. But as you can see, they also have different things like this, like battery case, battery chargers. Okay, you could go in and you could purchase things like this and resell those. Let me get a drink of water. These are things that you could purchase, which would be pretty nice, and you'd probably be all right. But again, do your research, figure out what you want. I'm going to talk a little bit about research, but I just want you to understand. Now, if you have the capability to get some other things or to look at some other sources, you can look at AliExpress. The difference between Alibaba and AliExpress is that Alibaba is where the manufacturers are trying to sell you wholesale in bulk. But AliExpress can also be where the manufacturers are, but they're selling you in onesies and twosies. So if by chance you look at some of this stuff here, you could say, all right, I want to purchase this particular watch, and I'm going to purchase this watch, and I'll have that. Look at that. You can have your name put on the watch if you wanted to. But the watch is $35 to $37, and you could then take this. A lot of people do this. We'll talk about this another time. They create Shopify stores, and they create an area where you can sell this and then use this stuff to send to people. You don't even touch the product. The Chinese manufacturer sends it directly to the people. So this is the major difference. Again, Again, Alibaba is for huge purchases normally, because as you can see, you can buy onesies, but the cost is probably pretty high sometimes. But if you notice, 100 pieces there, they want you to buy 500 here, 10 there, and so on and so forth. Okay, 2,000 pieces here they want you to buy at $3 a piece. So with that said, that's the information of where to get your products. They do also have American manufacturers. I just haven't been looking at this in a long time, and I'm pretty sure they have an American manufacturer area like Alibaba where all of them are kind of together. If they don't have that yet, they're stupid. This is what makes the Chinese manufacturers so much more on the higher end of trying to get and access to American people or companies, they just want to all stay separate. They don't want to put their stuff on the same site. Anyways, so that's just a little piece. Now, I want to give you something because when I was doing this, I had looked at this product. It was one that I had saw, and I thought that the numbers would be really, really great. I thought the numbers would be awesome for what I was purchasing. But at the time, these products were based on a price differently than where they are now. As you can see, this RAK, they are really, really selling in this marketplace. I'm going to show you some stats here in a minute. But some people, as you notice, here's one of the things about manufacturing, right? So this is just the normal thing. It's just a wristband. I have it. I just recently moved, so I don't have it in front of me where I can show you. But maybe on another video I will. You have magnets in it that hold your screws and things. So you put it around your wrist, and then you can do work without having to put stuff in your pocket or in your mouth when you're working. It's a nice little tool, right? So I thought it was going to be something really, really nice. You got to remember too, there's two areas for Amazon. Just like on Google, you have ads and you have non-ads. If you notice, these say sponsored. You're seeing these because they are paying to put their device in that position. So they're paying a premium cost, and some of that is eating into their overall profit. All right, this is $16.99, which is higher than I've ever seen it. But the quality of this brand, the quality of the brand is showing that their quality is higher and that they want more money. Now, it's not really higher, but because I have it, and it matches the one that I got that I was going to create. Now, here's another thing about manufacturing. So some of them have it where they've improved it, okay? Because it does slide off of your arm a little bit, and it can be a little short. This one's a little longer, and you've got a little wrist piece around it so that it stays in position. It doesn't move out of position, okay? So that's the information. I ordered this one here, Mago Grip, and then I ordered this one here. And as you notice, these two are competing with the same price. But then all of a sudden in the middle, you got somebody like this at $9, you know. Nothing wrong with it. It's just they're trying to get market share, and they're trying to get up to that $16 level and keep their sales high. Because again, the longer your stuff sits on the shelf at Amazon, the more you might pay in cost, storage costs. So with that said, this is coming from the Chinese manufacturers. I've already looked this up. I had gone through a whole slew of emails, found a particular manufacturer, and then we decided as a cost comparison that our margins were just going to be too short. I think the margin on this was about $7 to $6 possibly, maybe even $5 at the time when I was looking at it. Looks like the margins are much better now, but back then it wasn't. With that said, let's do this. I want to explain to you, you don't know this, but there is a way to look up how much somebody is selling on Amazon. And you can't really see it here. Even if I go in and I click on the best selling item, right? And it's $16.99, down from $21.99. You're saving $5. It's one, it's black. It gives you the description. You got some nice little pictures here. All right. They give you the dimensions of the product, which is awesome. Tell you about the nylon and ballistic and all that. It's just marketing material. That's why, you know, they're selling pretty good. They got a video and everything, right? All right. So with that said, what I was trying to show you was this. Now, you don't know this, but there is a product called Jungle Scout. And Jungle Scout is a product research. You can do product research on product databases and things like that. You can do all kinds of keywords and searches to try and understand what you're going to do. But they also have an extension, okay, a Chrome extension, and I want to show you what it does right here. So we are looking at this particular product, okay. What the Chrome extension does is you pull it up, and it's called Jungle Scout Extension Lite. You click on that, and this is what it does. Let it go through. So what they're showing you by these stats are that this RAK magnetic wristband with strong magnets, the brand name, they give you the price right now, which is $16.99. They give you the monthly sales, 9,492 of them. Okay? That's the monthly sales. 30-day unit sale estimates, daily sales, they're selling over 127 of those per day. And just because I like to do this, which I thought I had my calculator down here, but I guess I don't. Let me go back and let me pull up the calculator. Come on, hurry up, calculator. So let's just say we have 127 units, right? Times, what was it, $16.99? On a daily basis, that company off of that one product is making $21,000, or excuse me, $2,100 a day. $2,100 a day times 30. In a month, they're making about $64,000 is what they're saying there in about a month. All right. And if you notice here, they're saying that the monthly revenue is much higher. So I don't know why that's off, but it is. If you notice, they have 2,649 reviews. Their rating is pretty high, and they also have a rank at about 1713, as in rank 1713. And all of that stuff is well and good information that you're going to need when you're doing searches on the internet like this. Now, if I came out of this and I hit this button, okay, and go back to this page and then use my Chrome extension again, watch what it does now. It tries to take everything on the page and rank it and tell you what's selling and what's not. So with that said, again, the lower the ranking, the better it is for it to sell quickly and also profit margin possibly. It just depends, but that's one of the things. Now, it won't all be the same. Like this is a leveler that's in there. I don't know why that's in there, but it is. And then you've got other products like this one here. They're saying, you know, it's $9, but look how many they're selling. 8 a day is what they're selling. And if they're selling 8 a day, the profit margin is just being eaten alive. But sometimes people will do where they have the profit margin be really low for the first 6 months because they know they're getting market share. They're trying to grow their brand. And by doing that, they're creating their business. So with that said, this is the end of the Amazon FBA informational video. Now there's a lot more information, and I would encourage you to get kind of locked into some more information. If this is something that you want to do, something that really interests you, definitely leave me a comment on the video. I'll try to give you as much information as I can, and maybe if one day I get to the point where I can actually do it, I'll create an Amazon training and show you the whole process from purchasing to manufacturing to getting it in Amazon's hands to actually selling it and growing the selling. So we'll talk about that another time. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really, really appreciate it. I hope that the video was as good, as good information that you wanted. Something that really helps you kind of say to yourself, I'm really thinking about that, or maybe that's too much work, But I would encourage you still to look at it, research it a little more before you just discount it. Because again, Amazon has the traffic, and all you need is the traffic. If you imagine yourself starting a business and nobody knows your brand, how are you going to get traffic? It's going to cost you money. It's going to cost you time. It's going to cost you social media time. It's going to cost you trying to strategically brand with other bloggers and video people and YouTubers and all that stuff. When Amazon already has all those eyeballs, you don't have to do all of that. You just have to make beautiful pictures, beautiful descriptions, and then your product has to be a great product and it will sell. And the more it sells, the more you can buy, and the more it becomes a great brand hold for you. Then you can branch out and get your next brand. And the one that I had chosen, because I had gone through this whole process, the one I had chosen for this, it was going to be just like this wristband. It was going to be just like this wristband here. But the name of it was going to be called Bully Grip. Bully Grip was the name of the product. And I thought that was a good product. And then on top of that, I was going to do some other stuff. So I'm not going to talk about the other stuff because I still might do it. And I may couple it in with this and just create one that's just a little bit cheaper. So anyways, thanks so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Again, I hope that this helps you in kind of making your determination. And again, use your money wisely. Put it into something that is going to grow for you. And even if, even if you fail, you have learned something. You have learned that manufacturing is a little harder than you thought. You've learned now how to deal with the manufacturers. you've learned how to also help other people along with it. And it becomes than way more than just the norm. You know, you become just awesome. So anyways, I hope that helps. Thanks a lot for your time. Take care. I'll talk to you later.